Hey y'all, welcome to the MrMaple Show. I'm Matt. We're on location in Gibbs Gardens. Now we already did a part one. There's so much amazing content in this garden. We were so blown away by how beautiful this fall day was here. Here's some extra footage. We got drone footage. We got B-roll through the gardens. It was such an exquisite fall day down here in November. We couldn't help but do a part two. I hope you enjoy a deeper look at Gibbs Gardens, especially the Japanese gardens in immaculate fall color. Highly recommend it if you're not. Be a member down here and join. Come check this gardens out. Mr. Gibbs was telling us you can view this garden every 3 weeks and see something different, and I totally believe him. This is my first time here. I can't wait to make it back in the spring. I will definitely be back. Some of my very favorite Japanese plants are showcased all around this place. Absolutely amazing. Let's get into these gardens. We got more footage, guys. I think you're gonna wanna see a little bit more from Gibbs Gardens.
Y'all, I'm standing down here by one of the mini ponds. There's 7 total ponds here at the Japanese Gardens at Gibbs Gardens. And it's just beautiful. I mean, you see all these red Japanese maples scattered across, mixed with evergreens, mixed with perennials. I mean, seeing those rhododendrons around here is just spectacular. This garden is just huge and it's so beautiful. Mr. Gibbs was just walking around and just told us that if people become a member, he's set this whole garden up so that you'll see something completely different every 3 weeks, whether it's the azaleas in blooms, the tulips, the Japanese maples in spring or fall color. There's always something exciting going on here at Gibbs Gardens. And just standing down here at these ponds, you really start to appreciate understanding of how much hard work Jim Gibbs has put into developing and designing this garden. I mean, everywhere you look, from the hardscaping to the plants, it's really well thought out. And it should serve as a lot of inspiration for your garden and understanding how much you should actually plan ahead for your garden to really have something each and every season. I wanted to show you all this specimen, or should I say specimens, of a Japanese maple planted right here. This is a very unique way to grow a Japanese maple. You know, often people take a Japanese maple and they stake it straight up to have more of that street tree appearance. What was actually done here is 3 trees were planted, grafted trees at a young age to create a more multi-branched approach. And it's really unique because you see, it looks like the branches actually start down here at the very base and then go upward. Likely this is a specimen of something like an Emperor One. It's definitely a red upright. But by doing so, you have this mountain-like style Japanese maple that just has a more natural effect in the garden. And it's gonna get a little bit wider because it's 3 trees instead of 1. This is such a fun way to grow a Japanese maple and just gives that natural essence of Japan. And as you can see down here, we've got the rhododendron down here planted again at the base. Everything's so well thought out here. Y'all, I'm standing here beside an Eastern palmatum sengukaku coral bark Japanese maple. And here at Gibbs Gardens, they use sengukaku everywhere throughout these gardens. And one of the things that sengukaku is really underrated on is its fall color. And you see this bright yellow fall color just lighting up the garden. Now he often uses things like Emperor One or Blood Good or Fire Glow around to really bring out some of the reds. But right now in the fall, the sengukakus are stealing the show with just bright yellow all across these gardens. Right here, I'm standing beside Edgeworthia chrysantha, the Chinese paper bush. And they have these long, elongated leaves. They almost remind you of something like a rhododendron, but they're very soft, almost like a rabbit's ear. It's such a fun plant because when the leaves drop off during the winter months, these blooms that are right here really steal the show, and they actually get a little bit larger, and they really have some really nice whites on the outside with yellow on the interior part, adding a unique winter interest. Now, down at SFA Gardens, Dr. Creech once told me that they often call this a Chinese love knot plant in China. And he told some of the students this, and at SFA Gardens, many of the Chinese paper bushes are actually tied up in knots, and they say that that knot, as it grows, so does someone's love. So it's kind of funny, but they are very malleable and easy to twist and turn, and that's one of the reasons you can actually tie them up into a knot and let them grow into a knot in the garden. But it's such a unique shrub that just sort of fits in a small place, adds some unique winter interest, and we often offer it here on MrMaple.com. Now, while Gibbs Gardens does an immaculate job of really landscaping out and using such amazing trees in the gardens, they often use cultivars. And here I'm standing next to an Oregon sunset, and you can sort of see the shape this Oregon sunset has in the garden. It's sort of been allowed to just sort of, do its own thing here. And it's so cool seeing this really is starting to light up a little bit in the fall. We're starting to see some of the reds, orange reds that Oregon sunset's known for, starting to come into this selection. It's not quite at peak fall color like the sengukaku back behind us, but it's just so neat to see so many cultivars using the landscape and design like he's done here with Mr. Gibbs at Gibbs Gardens. Behind me is the famous Monet Bridge here at Gibbs Gardens. It was inspired by the famous painting of Monet over the bridge that has the wisteria that hangs down. But the unique thing I love about Gibbs Gardens is he flanks this with Japanese maples. As you can see, the red Japanese maple over here, the red Japanese maple over here, and then using the bald cypress around here where you see the knees that pop up, just gives a really nice essence in this garden that's very unique and different. During the summer months here at this garden, you can actually see the wisteria blooms hanging down over top of the Monet Bridge. So you can really appreciate, just like the very famous painting by Monet that has that bridge with hanging wisteria that just hangs down. Such an amazing, really well thought out garden here. I mean, to me, this garden is over the top.
Here's a new dumb segment we're gonna do, brought to you by Mr. Maple. It's called Counting Trees. All right, Tim, how many Japanese maples can you see in a 360 view here?
So J.C. Rowson thought from every spot in the garden, J.C. Rowson of NC State University, thought from every spot in the garden you should be able to see one Japanese maple. From this exact spot where I'm standing, I'm just gonna start counting how many Japanese maples I can see in this one spot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54. 54 Japanese maples from this exact spot. That's insane.
Incorrect answer, they're over 100. Okay, y'all, I hope you enjoyed our additional look at Gibbs Gardens. We already did a part 1 of this. We had to do a part 2. This place is on fire with fall color right now, and it's been just an absolute wonderful day out here in the garden.
Man, I loved everything about this gardens, from all the Japanese maples planted everywhere, the well thought out design, the reflection ponds in the Japanese garden, next level. I'm telling you, this garden is off the chains, and it's one you need to come visit.
Guys, if you like this kind of content, you gotta subscribe to the Mr. Maple Show. Ain't nobody bringing it to you like this. We're continually going to new gardens, giving you cultivar highlights, giving you 7 days a week of plant-related content here on the Mr. Maple Show. I hope after watching this video, we've earned your subscription to our channel. Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.